Why is bet sizing critical at poker final tables? Imagine sitting at the final table of a poker tournament. The tension is palpable and every decision counts. One of the most important aspects of this phase is bet sizing. So why is it so critical? Let's break it down. Bet sizing is about how much you choose to wager in any given situation. At the final table, the stakes are high. You need to consider the pot size, your hand strength, your opponent's tendencies, and the tournament stage. And like earlier in the tournament, where smaller bets might work, final table play requires precision. First, let's talk about maximizing value. When you have a strong hand, the right bet size helps you extract the most chips from your opponents. If you bet too small, they might call easily, giving them good odds. On the other hand, if you bet too large, you risk scaring them off, losing potential value. Next, effective bluffing is key. When you decide to bluff, your bet size must be convincing. A well-sized bet can make your opponents fold, but if it's too big, you risk losing a significant portion of your stack. The right size puts them in a tough spot, making them question whether you have a strong hand or if you are bluffing. Pot control and stack management are also vital at the final table. With varying stack sizes, your bet sizing helps manage the pot relative to your stack. You want to avoid committing too many chips with weak hands while applying pressure when you have an advantage. Another important aspect is influencing your opponent's decisions. Correct bet sizing can manipulate their actions, forcing them to make mistakes or fold hands they might otherwise play. For instance, a bet sized to about 2.2 times an opponent's previous bet can signal strength while leaving room for errors. Adapting to table dynamics is essential as well. Final tables often feature cautious or aggressive players based on their stack sizes and the tournament situation. Adjusting your bet sizes according to your opponent's tendencies and position is crucial for exploiting weaknesses. Finally, strategic bet sizing changes as the hand progresses. From the flop to the turn and river, bet sizes typically increase to reflect the growing pot and the need to apply pressure. For example, on the turn, betting larger can polarize your range, making it harder for opponents to call without premium hands. In practical terms, common guidelines suggest making 3 bets about 3 times the original raise when you are in position and about, for times when you are out of position. Similarly, 4 bets are often sized around 2.2 times the previous bet to balance value and pressure. In essence, bet sizing at final tables shapes the game flow, controls risk, and maximizes chip gains. Mastering this aspect of tournament strategy is vital for achieving success at the highest levels of poker.